Hi everyone, it's Claire here, and today I'm going to do my review on Environmenstrual cloth pads, which is run by Rachel in Australia. I was very excited to get on her waiting list and looking forward to receiving these pads, as I'd heard quite a bit about them and people saying how thin they are, etc. So I am super excited to be reviewing these for you today. To start off with, a couple of things that are different about Rachel's pads that you may not have seen before is the fact that her pretty pattern, the cotton fabric, is the backer on all her pads. So I'm pretty used to that, as I don't use fleece on the back of any of my pads, so this would be standard for me. But for most people that have been cloth pad shopping, you'll be used to seeing that as your topper. But on Rachel's pads, it's actually the backer with hidden PUL. And for your topper, you can choose from cotton velour, bamboo velour, cotton sherpa, and other soft, fuzzier fabrics. And that will be your topper. Also, her core material expands out to cover the entirety of the pad. So you will see that there's a zigzag stitch down the middle, which secures it in place. And then as she top stitches, she catches the rest of the core in the top stitch, and that's why the cores don't bunch or come into the middle, like some others you may have seen where they just literally put this stitching. She makes sure it's secured round in the top stitch, so that's a bit different. The next thing that's a bit different about Rachel's pads is the fact that they are not done by Absorbency. Pretty much all pad makers work via a liner, a light, a regular, heavy, a postpartum, supers, that sort of thing. Rachel's pads don't do that. Her small pads, so for example the mini and the midi here, have one layer of bamboo fleece as their core. It's heavy organic bamboo fleece. And the rest of her sizes have 2 layers of heavy organic bamboo fleece in them. So you do not shop by absorbency. You just choose your length, and the idea is if you're going for the longer length, then you'll be wanting more absorbency. If you're going for the shorter length, then you get less absorbency. So that's how that works. So these pads here, I've been using these two as liners for a good few weeks now, and also for endo breakthrough bleeding that I've had in between cycles, and the other pads I've been trying out during this menstrual cycle. So here we have the, and to note they've been washed quite a few times by now, always on 30. There has been some shrinkage on them, which I will go through as we go through the pads. So this is the mini, which, as I said, is one layer of bamboo fleece. This is bamboo velour topped, and it is 7.25 inches long. It is now 7 inches long after quite a few washes. It's not shrinking anymore, so it's lost a tiny bit, but nothing major. I really like this. This one and the midi snap on the 2.75 and the 2.25. I like a slimmer liner, so I snap it on the tightest setting. And I really loved this mini liner because I love the fact that it still goes out a little bit at the ends and cinches in the middle, which I find really, really comfortable for liners. Obviously, there's no worry about leaking because you do have that hidden PUL in here. So this has been great for everyday discharge, spotting, and some slightly heavier bleeding. So that's been, I really, really like that one. And here's the pattern on the back. And as you can see, all of them have the Environmenstrual label, which is stitched onto the wing there. And the poppers match the colouring. The next one is a 8.75 inch midi, which after numerous washes is now 8.5 inches. This is cotton velour topped, and again, one bamboo fleece, one heavy organic bamboo fleece in the middle. So it's classed as a regular in Rachel's listing. With this one, first of all, look at this lovely pattern. I just love that. So I also wear this on the smaller setting, but with this one, the pattern is slightly different. It could be the thickness, because this one feels thicker than that one. But technically I think it's probably, this is just a thicker cotton velour, so it's got slightly stiffer wings. And because of that, the middle is actually, rather than being cinched in, it's actually a bit wider than the top and bottom. So for me, it didn't fit all styles of my underwear that I like to wear in between cycles. But that's not stopped me using it. It's really reliable, it is comfortable and super pretty. So we will have a look at the thickness of this one. So this is one layer of heavy organic bamboo fleece as the core. Okay. So next we have the 12.5 inch long, which is bamboo velour topped and 2 heavy bamboo fleece in the center. It snaps on the 3 and the 2.75, and this is, oh, look at how flexible this is. I mean, look, have you ever seen anything like this? I mean, look, that's a pad. It's like, it does not stand up even in the slightest. It is amazing, truly just amazing. This is so unbelievably comfortable when you're wearing it. As you can see, like the previous two we just looked at, the stitching is really neat around the outside, and you've still got the zigzag in the middle. The back on this one is Bambi. This is a symmetrical pattern, the same as the previous two I showed you. They're both symmetrical, and it is super cute, really comfortable and really thin. I mean, look at that for thinness. Super duper thin that is. It is amazing. I love, love, love this pad. Just incredible. I just love this backer. Look at Bambi, it's so cute. Right, next I have two 13.5 inches, which are classed as her extra large. Again, 2 bamboo fleece for the core, and these both shrunk down to 13 inches. These are asymmetrical patterns, and then this one here is classed as her 15.75 inch postpartum, which actually shrank quite a bit surprisingly, and this is now 15 inches. This again is asymmetrical. They are all really floppy. They only vary slightly in thickness, even though they've got the same core technically. You'll see they vary slightly, and that is dependent upon the topper you've chosen, as each topper is a slightly different thickness. But they are all super thin, and again, all really malleable and floppy. So if you love a floppy pad, you honestly cannot feel these when you're wearing them. They are so thin and just the most comfortable pads. I mean, I cannot put into words how comfortable these pads are. I really wish I could get it across to you, because I really feel no words are going to do justice to how comfortable these pads are. I wore this one to bed last night, and honestly, I didn't even know I was wearing it. It didn't move. I couldn't feel it. There is no bunching with these pads. I have had no bunching whatsoever. I've got the occasional pad that will bunch in the middle and stick you where you don't want it. These do not do that. They are amazing. Absorbency wise, they absorb a really good amount. They do not leak. They've got a good, where they've been topped and turned, and they're a bit thicker because they've got the core in them that gives you a ridge to stop leaking. I was at first concerned about the size of these teeny tiny wings and the fact that they are a bit thicker because they have that extra fabric in them. And I'm usually an off the wing leaker, so I tend to go for larger wings. But ironically, with these quite small wings, I have not leaked off the wing once. And that's not just my cycle, because I put on another pad that I have from a different maker and I went straight over the wings. So no off the wing leaking with gushing on these pads. They are really, really great. If you have a heavy period, if you like thin pads, then I really recommend checking out Rachel's Facebook page and shop. The only criticism, and it's not a criticism, I don't even want to use the word criticism, it has no reflection on how these pads function at all. It's no reflection on the workmanship of these pads. It is my OCD. When I ordered these, I asked if I could have most coverage at the back because I am a back bleeder, and these three are asymmetrical patterns. Now, after I received them, I did go back and check through the photos, and this is her standard way. So this is how they all arrive in these patterns. And the pattern's upside down. I tried this on the way that it's meant to be, because here's the unicorns, and you see how long and huge that end is, and this end is short and stubby. This wouldn't even go in my knickers properly that way round. I mean, if you're a front bleeder, this would probably be awesome for you, and I guess you have underwear that allows for more pad at the front, but this wouldn't even go in my underwear that way, and I really need it at the back. So it really gets to my OCD a bit, that when I put it on this way round, and it's such an amazing pad, but my pattern's upside down. And the same with these ones. I actually have to wear them with the, I mean, look how gorgeous that pattern is, but I have to wear the pattern upside down, so I've got the more coverage at the back. And the same with this one. This is the way the trees are, but I actually wear it that way round. So it's in no way a criticism on the product, its functionality or anything like that. It's just my OCD and having the patterns upside down. So there's a little bit of my OCD shining through there in my video. But other than my OCD, these pads are incredible. They are insanely comfortable. I had to do this review now because they were all clean at once, and I want to go upstairs right now and change straight away into one of these, because truly I am so enjoying wearing them this cycle. If you want to get these pads, the way it works with Rachel is you go on her Facebook page and you will find how she's running it at the time, because she alternates between custom orders and a wait list and stocking her shop. So she will open her wait list for a couple of months, and you can put your name down for a custom, and she works on the customs. Then she closes the custom wait list and she focuses on stocking her shop for a couple of months. So at the moment she's closed to customs. I think she opens again start of July, but her shop does have pads in it and she's doing regular stockings of that. So that's how you keep an eye out. I was on her custom list and I did have to wait quite a few weeks for my pads for me to reach to the top. She has a great way of doing her list in that she removes people from a list that everyone can view, so you can see how far you are away. And then when you have stars next to your name, it means you're up. Then she contacts you, you let her know, and then literally within days your pads are done and she's getting them in the post to you. So it's not like some makers where you sit on a waiting list for weeks. You finally make it to the top, put in your order, and you still have to wait another 3 weeks. Rachel doesn't work like that. She runs her wait list, so she's only working on a couple of orders at a time, so she can really get them out to you super quickly once you reach the top of that list. So definitely check that out. Price-wise, she's also very reasonable, from sort of £3.75 to just over £10. So really great prices. I will pop all her details down below. Definitely check out her pages. I hope you have enjoyed this review, and I will speak to you soon.